items in Path of Exile can be broken down into 4 rarity groups: normal, magic, rare, and unique. One of the things you're going to want to do as you play through the campaign is upgrade the items you find, and you can do that with currency items. An Orb of Transmutation will allow you to upgrade a normal item to a magic item with 1 mod. You can then apply an Orb of Augmentation to add a 2nd mod, then use a Regal Orb to add a 3rd mod, and upgrade it to a rare. Finally, you can use some Exalted Orbs to add more mods to your rare to a total of 6 mods. One of the things we think is really important is to make these options available to use as you play. All the items that add mods are much more common than they were in Path of Exile 1, so that you can use them throughout your campaign playthrough. We want you to find things on the ground that can be crafted into upgrades much more frequently. As well as making the drop rates on these items much more common, you can also get them by disenchanting unwanted gear at the magic item vendor. If you disenchant magic items, you can build up to an Orb of Transmutation, and by disenchanting rares, you can build up to Regal Orbs. Another important area of crafting items in PoE 2 is sockets. Some items you find will have sockets that can have Ezomite runes placed in them that add more mods to the item. If I insert this glacial rune into my helmet, it will give extra cold resistance. This is a great way to solve problems that you have with your build, like resistances or damage. If you find socketed items that you don't have a use for, you can take them to the salvage bench in town to work towards an Artificer's Orb. This will allow you to add sockets to your existing items. Body armors and 2-hand weapons can have up to 2 sockets, while the rest of your armor and 1-hand weapons can only have 1 socket. You can also salvage items with quality to create items like armor scraps or whetstones. These will allow you to increase the quality of your items for an up to 20% boost. If you don't want to disenchant or salvage your items, you can always sell them for gold. Gold can be used to buy items from vendors, and we've tried to do a lot to make sure that the items they have for sale are actually useful. Every time you level up, they get more stock, so make sure to check back often. Other vendors offer a gamble. Pay a flat amount of gold and you'll get a random item of a specific type. This could be a great way to improve your gear, if you're lucky. Gold is also used to respec your passive skills. Take advantage of this system to experiment with your tree and rework it as required. The other thing you might want to use gold for is the currency exchange. This allows you to exchange currency items with other players on an open market, in exchange for a small gold fee. Now, all items in Path of Exile are freely tradable. We never bind anything to your character, except gold. Now, most gear in Path of Exile 2 is randomly generated, but there's another type that isn't: uniques. They are especially rare, each with a handcrafted set of unusual mods which can dramatically change a character's build. They're not just better rare items, they can do much stranger things that can fundamentally change your character. Corpse Wade will make any corpses you run through explode into clouds of poison. The Sands of Silk is a body armor that changes your dodge roll into a blink, morphing you into sand as you teleport past your foes. And of course, some uniques are just pure hits of dopamine, like Quill Rain, which just turns your bow attacks into full auto by doubling your attack speed. Each unique is something that you can build your character around. We try to make sure that most unique items have a potential use at endgame, even if you find them early on. And as you can see, every single unique item comes with custom art to match. Access will initially have 6 classes available. Let's have a look at them. The Monk is a fast and furious melee fighter. He dashes in and out of combat and has mechanics that involve building up and keeping momentum. Like all classes in PoE 2, you'll want to use a wide variety of skills to mix and match different combos. To get new skills, you will first need to find skill gems. Using a skill gem will open the gem cutting menu, which shows all the active skills available in PoE 2. You can choose an existing skill to level up, or choose to engrave a new one. Since this is a level 7 skill gem, even if you pick a new skill, it will immediately be level 7, so there's no harm in trying out something new. The Monk primarily uses the quarterstaff. There are 3 schools of martial arts: lightning, ice, and wind. But don't think you have to stick to just one. The best combos are going to involve mixing elements of all 3. Let's try Killing Palm. Like many monk skills, this can be used to quickly take advantage of a specific situation. If there's an enemy on low life, you can use Killing Palm to dash to them and kill them instantly. This will provide a power charge. Then we can use a different skill to consume that power charge for a much more devastating attack. The Monk also has powerful combo skills. Tempest Bell, for example, is a skill that places a giant resonating bell. Hitting the bell causes it to ring, dealing damage to all enemies around it. You can also do things like freeze or shock the bell, which will add elemental damage to the strikes. The monk also has a variety of abilities to empower his staff. If an enemy is close to being stunned, you can use Staggering Palm to punch them down. After that, any attack you do will shoot out wind projectiles. There are 21 active skills for quarterstaves, so this just scratches the surface of the options that you have. By endgame, you'll be dashing from pack to pack, spewing projectiles and obliterating screens of enemies with huge combo attacks. Now, if you like a style of melee that's a little slower but hits much harder, then the warrior is for you. He pounds the ground with big chunky attacks and can shrug off the hits of small enemies with large amounts of armor. Even though the mace slams are slow, you never lose control. Longer attacks can be retargeted as you go, and if you find yourself committed to a long attack, you can dodge roll out of it at any time. Among the skill option for maces, you will find a variety of slams, fire attacks, war cries, and shield skills. Here, I'm going to slam the ground, rending it apart with lines of fire. Any slam skill will then cause these fissures to erupt with lava. I can even run through them with a skill like Stampede to do huge amounts of damage. The warrior can also use war cries, which can empower your next skill. Seismic Cry, for example, will double any slams from your next attack. The Stampede counts as a slam, so I can double that for even more craziness. If you want to go a little faster and be a little more defensive, equip a shield. In PoE 2, you can raise your shield at any time to block all damage from the front, even spells. While holding up your shield, your stun meter will build as you take damage, so be careful. If it reaches 100%, your stance will break and you will be vulnerable. Some enemies also have unblockable attacks, which are indicated by this red flash. If you see one of these coming, make sure to dodge out of the way. Using a shield also gives you access to shield skills, like Shield Charge, which allows you to charge towards enemies and stun them. While charging, you're also blocking the whole time, so you have full damage immunity from the front. The warrior also has access to totems. Some totems have built-in abilities, like Shockwave Totem, which can be placed to stun nearby enemies and trigger aftershocks like those from the earthquake. But you can also get Ancestral Warrior Totems, which allow you to use any slam skill in your repertoire. This is a meta skill, which means that it's a skill you can put other skills into. I can take a slam like Sunder and socket it into my Ancestral Warrior Totem. Now when I summon him, he'll sit there and slam the monsters from a distance. There are 20 active skills for maces, so there's a lot more to try out, but by endgame you're going to be dropping hammers from the sky, leaping fearlessly into combat and separating the very earth you stand on. Time for some ranged attacks. The ranger is primarily about the bow, but we wanted to make sure that she feels agile as well. In PoE 2 you can shoot while moving. Combined with all the skills the ranger has that allow you to jump around, you will have a lot of mobility in combat. Bow skills have a variety of lightning, poison, ice, and physical attacks. Lightning attacks bounce around between targets. You can also stick lightning arrows in the ground which explode when hit by the bouncers, or electrocute enemies to take them out of combat. Ice attacks allow you to slow and freeze enemies to keep them away from you. Using poison, not only can you slowly damage your enemies from afar, but also grow some interesting plants. With 21 bow skills and all the mobility and combo tools the ranger has, you can take advantage of every situation. By endgame, you'll be creating hundreds of arrows, be they falling from the sky, bouncing around between enemies, or spraying out of tornadoes. You might have noticed in the bottom left of the screen that the flask slots look a little different. In PoE 2, you have one dedicated life flask slot and one mana flask slot. Flasks gain charges as you kill enemies, and typically allow you to heal 6 or 7 times if they're full. But that's not the only thing you can use charges for. Charms are a new item type that will automatically defend you from various debuffs or damage types. Having trouble with getting frozen? Equip a Thawing Charm. When it's fully charged, it will make you immune to freeze for 3 seconds if you get frozen. To recharge them, just kill more monsters. You can gain more slots for charms by upgrading your belt. The Mercenary wields a crossbow that can be loaded with different ammo types, offering versatility, power, and mobility. All classes in Path of Exile 2 can be controlled with WASD, which makes this class play exactly like a shooter. For the crossbow, you will find skills that work like shotguns, sniper rifles, assault rifles, and even grenade launchers. But not only that, there are a wide variety of more interesting elemental ammos too. It's very fast to switch between ammo types, so long as you already have them loaded, which makes the mercenary able to combo abilities together for devastating effect. Use Glacial Bolt to create walls of ice to separate enemies, then switch to Fragmentation rounds to explode the ice, dealing massive AoE damage. If I come across an armored enemy, I could use armor-piercing rounds to break their armor, and then high-velocity rounds to take them down. Or perhaps I could fire a gas grenade to poison enemies before detonating the cloud with an explosive shot for massive damage. If you want to call in some suppressing fire, you can summon artillery ballistas. These have a minimum range, so you'll want to prepare your position carefully before moving in. There are 22 active skills for crossbows. By endgame, you'll be calling destruction down from the sky as you litter the battlefield with grenades and pepper your enemies with your automatic shotgun. If you're looking to take a back seat and let your minions do the work, then the Witch should be your choice. She can call forth hordes of undead monsters to fight for her, while casting powerful chaos spells that debilitate her enemies. Occult skills are some of the most varied in the game, with skeletons, noxious spells, specialty minions, curses, and sacrificial magic. Before we talk about minions, we'll have to talk about a new resource in Path of Exile 2 called Spirit. This is a spirit gem, which allows you to pick from a range of persistent skills. All classes have a variety of these skills which can add some very interesting effects, like Arctic Armor, which does cold damage to enemies that hit you, or Raging Spirits, which summon fiery skulls each time you cast a fire spell. For the Witch though, we'll want to be using our spirit to create permanent minions. These minions will be revived automatically when they die, so you don't have to worry about resummoning them all the time. Here I'm using the skill screen to allocate which minions I would like in my horde. You can see the spirit cost of each one. Skeletal warriors are cheap but weak, useful for tanking damage and distracting enemies. But I want more heavy hitters in my army, so I'm going to unsummon some warriors and instead add skeletal arsonists. Permanent minions come with special active abilities called command skills. You can order these guys to detonate your own minions for even more damage and area of effect. If you want a bigger army, you'll need a scepter. This new weapon type is imbued with even more spirit, allowing you to summon even more friends. And if you want an even bigger army than that, you can take advantage of corpses to summon true hordes of minions. But what can a witch do while her army is at work? Well, she has a range of chaos spells to spread disease amongst your enemies, or bone skills to impale them. Or, you could curse them to make them weaker so your horde can take them down. There are 25 active occult skills. By the endgame, you'll be the leader of a fearsome army of the dead, consuming everything in its path. The sorceress bends the elements to her will, using them to unleash devastation on her foes. This classic spellcaster weaves a flurry of elemental magic from afar. The elemental skills have everything you might expect and more. Fireballs, icy explosions, lightning storms, you get the idea. Each spell is unique and has many different ways to build and combo with others, even between different elements. For example, Flame Wall conjures a burning line that not only damages enemies, but also empowers all projectiles that pass through it. If you place a wall and fire lightning sparks through it, they'll gain extra fire damage. It's a good idea to take advantage of the ability to automatically swap weapons when you use certain skills. Having a special staff with bonuses to fire skills and another with bonuses to lightning skills can really power up a combo like this. The sorceress can also take advantage of powerful trigger gems. For example, you could grab the Cast and Ignite gem and use it with Firestorm. As you ignite enemies, a counter will go up in the top left corner. When it's full, a Firestorm will automatically be cast at the enemy that was ignited. There are 25 active elemental skills. By endgame, you'll be firing off projectiles left and right as you rain down elemental storms on your foes. Now, those are the characters that will be available at the start of Early Access, but we will be adding 6 more character classes with just as many skills and options as these. There's a lot more to come. There's one more important thing to mention about skills. Even though we talk about them as belong to each class, in reality there are no restrictions. You can use all these skills on any class so long as you have the attributes. For example, a Poison Ranger might want to try out using occult curses to increase her poison damage, or a monk might want to trigger elemental ice walls to use with his Glacial Cascade combo. The possibilities for cross-class combos are practically unlimited. We're looking forward to what kind of things you guys might find. Now, Path of Exile is a game known for build customization, and we haven't even scratched the surface of what is possible yet. Path of Exile 2 has a system of support gems that can be combined with your active skills to dramatically change the way they work. If you find a support gem, then right-clicking it will open up this screen. Here you will find a variety of recommended support gems for each of your skills that you can pick between. For example, this is a multiple projectiles support gem and can be used to add multiple projectiles to any skill. Normally when you fire a grenade it'll look like this. But if we add multiple projectiles, then you get 3 of them. Once you have the gem, you can also freely move it between any of the skills on your character. If you want to have a multi-shot sniper rifle instead, then simply move the gem over to your high velocity round skill. Generally speaking, if it sounds like a support gem should work with a skill, then it will work. So it's a good idea to experiment. Note that you can only have one of each support gem on your character, so you'll want to think carefully about which supports can be used best with each skill for maximum damage. Now, if you want to stick to the recommendations, you should have a perfectly good time, but if you want to experiment a bit more, then uncheck that recommended button and you can see the full list of supports that will work with your skill. There are hundreds of support gems to choose from, and even we don't know the results of all the possible ways these can interact. Each skill can have up to 5 supports socketed into it, and if you're clever you can come up with some pretty interesting ideas. Now all of this is just scratching the surface. You can make frost vortexes, break people's armor, make minions explode, make skills repeat, make enemies set each other on fire, cull enemies or pin them to the ground. Supports let you drastically change the behavior of your skills and create your own unique build, or at least follow someone's OP build guide. Starting in Act 2, you will come across Ascension Trials, tests that you must complete to unlock your Ascension class. We'll explain these trials soon, but first let's take a look at what Ascending can do for your character. Each class has access to 3 Ascendancy classes, but at the start of Early Access, only 2 per class will be available. Ascendancy classes are unique to each character class, so choose wisely. They can drastically affect how you build your character. As a sorceress, you could become a Storm Weaver, a master of the elements. Tempest Caller causes elemental storms to be summoned each time you do a critical hit with a spell. With Strike Twice, you can stack 2 copies of Shock for more damage, and going deeper into the tree, you can make all your damage types apply Shock. Make a Shock build from any skill. Alternatively, you could become a Chronomancer and command time itself. She literally has the ability to stop time with Time Freeze. Not only that, but she has many other time manipulation abilities. Using Temporal Rift, she can teleport back to a previous location, resetting her life and mana back to what it was. Or with Time Snap, she can reset all her cooldowns and cast all her spells again. On the Warrior, you can choose between the Warbringer or the Titan. The Warbringer channels the might of his ancestors to gain tremendous power. Using Answered Call, you can summon ancestral spirits linked to each of your totems. With Jade Heritage, you can encase your body in a protective layer that absorbs all damage until it breaks. Warcaller's Bellow allows you to explode the corpses of your enemies. And with Great Wolf's Howl, you can ignore the cooldowns of your war cries. Let all that anger out. The Titan class is all about hitting big. With Earthbreaker, every slam is a chance to create an aftershock. With Crushing Impacts, every hit becomes a crushing blow, which will allow you to stun your enemies with ease. With Surprising Strength, you can take advantage of stunned enemies to deal 40% more damage. As a ranger, you might choose to be a Deadeye, an expert markswoman who can take down foes with style. With Endless Munitions, every attack gains an extra projectile. With Gathering Winds, she gains a small increase to movement speed with every attack, but be careful, she loses them when getting hit. With Eagle Eyes, she will never miss, allowing you to stop wasting all those passive points on accuracy. Alternatively, you could become a Pathfinder, the master of flasks and poison. She can choose from one of several throwable concoctions, allowing her to spend her flask charges to throw explosive bottles that deal various types of damage. A bleeding concoction will make your enemies bleed, while a fulminating one can shock your enemies, allowing you to do extra damage. Contagious Contamination allows her to spread poisons between her foes, while Overwhelming Toxicity doubles the number of stacks they can be infected by. Running Assault allows her to move much more quickly while firing, while Relentless Pursuit makes her totally immune to being slowed by enemies. The Witch can ascend into the Infernalist or the Blood Mage. As an Infernalist, she can summon a loyal Hellhound companion. The Hellhound sets enemies on fire, as well as taking a percentage of the damage if the Infernalist gets hit. With Pyromantic Pact, you can turn your mana into Infernal Flame. As you cast more spells, the flame builds up, and if it overflows, you'll take damage. Using Bringer of Flame, you'll want to make sure you keep the flames topped up. While your Infernal Flame is above 30%, all damage from you and your minions will ignite enemies. She can also transform into a literal demon. While in demon form, she takes an increasing amount of damage, but her cast speed and damage increase rapidly as well. So if you're planning on transforming into a demon, make sure you stack a lot of life recovery. She can also become a blood mage, a master of life and energy. All blood mages must pay the price of making skills cost life as well as mana, but in exchange, every monster they kill will drop life remnants, which allow them to quickly gain back that life. With Crimson Power, she can gain large amounts of extra life, and with Vitality Siphon, she can use her spells to leech life back as well. Once you've got a significant amount of life, you can use Gore Spike to make your critical hits deal incredible amounts of damage. A monk who is in tune with the elements might become an Invoker. With Elemental Expression, the Invoker will create waves of elemental power each time he does a critical strike. With Faith as a choice, you gain the ability to meditate, allowing you to double your energy shield. Choose between I am the Blizzard or I am the Thunder to specialize in cold or lightning. And I Shall Rage will allow you to turn into an unbound avatar. Each time you apply a status ailment to an enemy, you gain Unbound Fury. When you have enough, transform into an avatar to deal way more damage and inflict even more elemental ailments. Some monks choose to reach into the darkness instead. The Acolyte of Chayula can exchange their mastery of spirit for darkness, a resource that can be utilized to both absorb and deal damage. The Shroud of Darkness will protect you from all damage incoming, but if you take Grasp of the Void, you will deal extra chaos damage from all the darkness you have. Their Dark Pact offers greatly increased resistances to chaos damage, and can allow their mana leech to not only happen instantly, but apply to their energy shield as well. Another node you can take is Waking Dream, which allows you to see into the domain of the Breach Demons. There you will see the Flames of Chayula that can be taken to gain life, mana, and damage. The Mercenary has a job to do, but which job suits you? You might choose to become a Witch Hunter. Obsessive Rituals will give you a sorcery ward, allowing you to defend yourself against elemental hits in exchange for less defense against attacks. With Zealous Inquisition, your enemies have a 10% chance to explode on death. The chance is doubled against demons and undead. With Judge, Jury, and Executioner, your initial hit against enemies can deal up to 30% of their life and damage, if you're lucky. This is great for hunting powerful bosses. And with Witchbane, you can break your enemy's concentration, preventing them from casting spells as often as they would usually do. You could also choose to become a Gemling Legionnaire, enhancing your abilities by embedding gems directly in your flesh. Integrated Efficiency will give you extra skill slots. Thermatological Infusion gives you extra maximum resistances as you sock up more and more support gems. Adaptive Capability allows you to use any color of gem without worrying about attributes, while Crystalline Potential adds extra quality bonuses to every gem socketed into your character. So those are the Ascendancy classes for the start of Early Access, but one thing we haven't talked about yet is how you ascend in the first place.
The Sayer shall take pleasure in your castration!
I'm not letting you anywhere near him.
Stay still, the mother!
No.
Oh, my dear child! Your time has come!
By the gods! Rapid fire!
Children! Eat your fill!
Take this! Piercing shot!
What have you done? dismember!
What is going on in this god's-forsaken city?
And that's the Mercenary. It feels totally different than anything we've made before.
Get back! Death becomes!
Just what are we facing here?
A relic of the old world. Ready your men, Captain. We will only get one chance. And remember, when you hear the whispers, call for help. Do not attack!
When you hear the whispers, what do you think he was on about?
It's Dorman, right?
Yeah?
Then Dorman. Shut your damn mouth. Ugh, why do I always get stuck with these rookies?
Hey, the kid's got a mean cleave. Give him a chance.
Quiet!
Sullen!
A mean cleave, eh, Captain? Rookie can't even lift his own sword. Captain Oren? Captain? It's here. Rain! Send the signal!
What the fuck?!
Rain! On my back will be blade up!
Come on, come on! I'm ready! I'm ready! It's a man!
No, it's not. Run.
Captain! Captain!
Why are you here? What is this? Stop! Humanity isn't ready.
On your feet, lad.
Sir, the captain,
You'll be fine. Here.
What is this?
Get the body.
Stop. Mortal. It can still be contained. You don't know what you have unleashed.
Your kind no longer control this world. We cannot destroy your body, it's true. But you will watch as we destroy everything you have built. Bind him! Feed. Grow, my child. I'll make sure you can eat your fill.
Permanent. Life and death are mortal enemies, and yet bound to one another. The continuation of life must be protected at all costs. Some have said, my methods are brutal. To This, I say, there can be no salvation without sacrifice. We are faced with the end, and I will do what I must.
So this class relies a lot on combos as well. This class, if you get has a palm strike that if you get a character low in life, like this, then you get this indicator. And then if I do a palm strike, it kills the monster, it gives me these charges. And then I have attacks that get empowered significantly by that.
Yeah.
So this is a good part of the gameplay. There's a few different ways to get charges, but yeah, there's a lot of different types of these kind of things. So there I used a skill called Temper Spell as well. So if I hit some enemies, then there's this little bell on my staff here, and if you hit enough monsters, then you can make it expand it like this, and then when you hit the bell, it does more damage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you can even electrocute, add things like if you set the bell on fire, it will do fire damage. If you electrocute the bell, it'll do electric damage. So that's quite a fun mechanic.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. So,
Do you get that skill early enough? Or?
yeah. This is actually a skill at the very beginning of the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. There's also another ability here which I can use charges for, which charges my staff up. And now when I do any attack, I get extra projectiles. So you can even use it with a skill like this to spin projectiles away.
Oh, wow, nice.
So when it's not charged up, it just looks like this.
Oh, okay.
But after I've charged it up, then I get a lot more projectiles. And there we go. So then that's what it normally looks like. And then if I charge it up, then I can do damage to lots of monsters. I combine them together as well. Oh, wow. There's some these ice monsters keep slowing me down. Yeah.
We can also, if I get a monster close to being staggered like this, then I can do another charge that will empower my staff with wind. And now when I attack, I get wind projectiles coming out. And actually, I can combine both of these at the same time. It's a bit tricky, but it's possible in order to do a very large amount of damage. Maybe I can do that at the same time. I'll see if I can. All right, that, and then, oh, no, didn't quite manage it. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now, there is a crash in this fight, so hopefully we don't get it. I had it when I was demoing to some other people earlier, so hopefully we can do it.
What's that blue color feeling?
This is poison. So her name is Viper Napawatsi. So she has lots of snake-based themed abilities.
Sorry, I mean that, light blue
color.
that's
when I was poisoned. Oh, that's the energy shield.
Oh, okay.
So it shields your life from damage.
Right. Oh, they are attacking from the side.
She's triggering them, and then she also does this.
Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, I like the variety of these boss fights. Very nice. Oh, you're getting...
Whoa. There we go. Now I can stagger her, and then I want to use. Oh, onto slightly wrong timing. There we go. No, there we go.
Nice.
Oh no. Ah. Okay. Maybe I can still get her. This again. Okay. Oh.
Nice.
Oh. Okay. Ah. Wow.
Now
you have to dodge roll under it. Oh. That was very well.
Oh. Now you have to use the potion.
This arena's getting more and more restricted over time.
Yeah.
It makes it harder and harder.
Wow.
Oh no! Oh god, thank goodness. Sorry, she nearly did the thing that crashes there, so I was a bit scared.
Nice. It's still amazing for me. The PC players can hit the right key without looking at the keyboard.
There we go. I think I've got it.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow, that's amazing. This is great. Oh, now they are attacking.
Yeah.
They have no chance.
Yeah. So that's another boss fight.
Yeah, this
so,
is great. Yeah.
Maybe we can play couch co-op now.
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
If you press X on the controller, and then I'll press X as well, and then we can create new characters. Hold down the button. There we go. So you can pick first. Just use left and right to pick a class. So would you like a ranged or a melee class, perhaps?
I'm a ranger in Path of Exile 1, but I'd like to do some melee.
Okay, sure. Well, you can play the warrior here.
Yeah.
Yep, and then just press X again one more time.
Okay.
One more time, actually.
Okay.
And then I'll pick a class. Maybe I'll go the... I could play Sorceress, since we didn't play it already.
Yeah.
There you go. The rest of the characters get hanged. And we're out to escape. Yeah. Yeah, the storyline is that the count in the local area is kind of gone crazy and started arresting people for no reason. We're supposed to go and find out why this is happening and try to prevent this from happening. So yeah, if you use the middle button, you can open the inventory. You can do it at the same time on your side.
Oh yeah.
And then equip your items. Yep. Yeah, very good. So let's go. So yeah, I'm playing the sorceress. So I have this fire spell. On R1, you have your attack button.
Okay.
Because we have 2 players, they have more life than usual. So here you have a shield for you. So if you put this on, unlike in PoE 1, we have active block. So try, yep. So if you press R1, then you hold your shield up, you move a bit slower, but you, so R1, yeah. Yep, like this, so now you can block attacks.
Yeah.
This will be handy for the guys that shoot these projectiles just over here. So there should be some skill gems here. So 1 for each of us. Yep, just choose where on the controller. That R2 is good. There we go. Yep. So if you use that skill, this is the one that does this. And you can steer after you've done it to change direction. So, mana. And I've got an electrical spell here that bounces off walls. There we go. There should be a boss. Yeah, that's a checkpoint.
Oh, nice.
There should be a boss very soon.
Okay.
The levels are random, so I don't know where the boss is.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Careful of the... Oh, there we go. Oh, I died.
Oh, no.
Can you kill these guys first? And then you can resurrect me.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold down. Yep. Thank you. I'll try to avoid that. There's the boss up here. Yeah. Whoa. On circle, you can dodge roll. Summoning more zombies. Whoa. Yeah, whoa. Nice dodge. But I need life. Make sure to use a flask. Yeah, nice. You know, for a first-time player, I think you're pretty good, actually.
Thank you.
Oh, low on life. There we go. Oh, dodged into it.
Doing it. Yay.
And of course, we also have the passive tree. Yeah, one thing we thought was really important is that both players can use their inventory and do things at the same time. So quite often it's nice to be able to do that. And, yeah. So we had to basically make 3 versions of our UI.
Yeah.
One for PC, one for controller, and then one for couch co-op.
Yeah.
So it's quite a lot more work, but I find it very fun.
Where are you coming
L1 to go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then one more.
Okay.
And then there's the skill tree.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I noticed.
Then square to confirm. Nice. Yeah. Do you have any other questions about the game or anything else you'd like to know? We can.
I just want to keep playing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We can keep playing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
this is so fun.
So this is another skill gem, and I can also get one as well. And then if you in here, you can choose what skill you would like to have as your next skill. And then equip the skill into your skill panel. And choose where it goes.
Yep.
All right. So on my character class, what skill did you? Oh, Earthquake. Right.
Yeah.
So this one is like a delayed blast. If you try it out.
What are they?
Oh, that's telling you to bind town portal. It's just a tutorial on how to bind actions. So if you so go down to this, yeah, you can bind the town portal. And now if you want to go back to town, you can use that. But you might want to move it, yeah.
Yeah, dangerous.
Yeah. So yeah, so I have an ability here to create a firewall.
Oh,
and then
nice.
if I shoot projectiles through it, they become empowered with the fire. So I can use both skills together to do a lot more damage. And this one is a delayed blast. So you should use it if there's a beginning. Oh, careful. Ah.
Oh.
Yeah. Those red circles are very, very dangerous. 1 second. Okay. There we go.
Thank you.
No problem. So we're looking for an ice hag in this area. Whoa.
Oh no.
You're on fire. Use a life flask.
Oh no.
So we can get another skill if you like. Maybe I'll use this one actually.
Yeah.
Yep. So that skill is called Bone Shatter. So if you see a monster with like a glowing indicator, that's the time to use that skill, and we'll do a lot more damage. So it doesn't do very much damage if they're not close to being stunned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it works with the stagger bar. So when the stagger bar is nearly full, that's when you can do the most damage. Oh, here's the witch here. This can be quite hard, so be careful. Careful, don't walk in that. Yep. She's summoning wolves, so be careful. Oh, I died. Don't try to revive me, because if you take damage, it stops.
Okay.
Yeah. Summoning more. Oh, you did it. Oh, no, not quite. Yeah.
So many.
Yeah, that's because I died so quickly. Oh. This is very hard. As I said, this is an optional boss.
Yeah.
And it can be easier to come back when you're a bit stronger.
Yeah.
Oh, I leveled up. Oh, no, I died. Maybe we should play a different boss after and come back when we're stronger. So let me just have a look at the map. I think it should be this way, maybe. That trail. Actually this way. We're trying to find another boss called the Devourer, who is a big underground worm, and he leaves a big track in the ground. Yes, I think this is it.
Oh.
Careful. Whoa.
Oh no.
He dives through the ground. Oh, careful. Oh, he's stunned. There's poison on the ground. Just be careful of that.
Okay.
Whoa. Life. Oh. Whoa. You've run out of flasks. Okay, we can kill you get more flask charges if you kill the little guys.
Right.
Oh no!
Oh.
No! Can I still do it? Whoop! No! Oh no, it's still alive! No. I'm very glad to hear that you played the game.
Oh,
and enjoyed it.
I'm totally enjoying it.
Well, hopefully I can impress you with PoE 2 as well.
Oh, I can't wait. Now, now I know it's coming so soon.
Hopefully I can show you PoE 2.
Yep.
So one thing we wanted to try and make sure of is that every class feels very different from other classes. And this one is designed to feel like you're playing a shooter game. So
is it Ranger?
So this is the Mercenary.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of supposed to feel like you're shooting guns, you know, so you have like an assault rifle there, and then a shotgun, and then here we have an incendiary shotgun, and that kind of means that the gameplay feels very different than before.
Well, graphics look so much nicer.
Thank you.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
But the other thing as well you really wanted to make sure is that it feels like you can have a lot of combos. So here I've like frozen these enemies, and then if I use my other shotgun I can shatter them, and it does like an AoE around the monsters. So to show you that again, you know, I can start by freezing these monsters and then shatter them apart.
Right.
So in PoE 1, a lot of the time, you know, you just spam one skill again and again, and we really wanted to make sure that you actually have more variety in PoE 2. So here I can use my assault rifle. I can shoot off the armor of these monsters, and then after I've done that, they take more damage from something like a shotgun. But also there are lots of skills that are empowered by this. So for example, the sniper rifle, once the armor is broken off, it does much more damage. So yeah, just lots of abilities like this. Here's one that I can shoot on the ground, and it effectively produces ice crystals, where if a monster goes over it, then they take damage as they walk through and get slowed down. So once again, it's another skill that's easy to use with lots of other things. So yeah. But you know, the thing I guess we're known for is having lots of character customization. So you know, we have the giant skill tree, of course.
Amazing.
And in PoE 2, it of course returns.
Wow.
But but what we've tried to do is simplify the game for new players quite a lot. So I'll talk about a few of the things we've done. So for one thing, the skill system is presented a lot more like you know, Diablo 2. You know, where you've got a skill tree, you can pick from classes. Now, in reality, you can still choose skills from any other class. So just like PoE 1, if you know what you're doing, you can you know, choose other things. But if you are a new player, you know, you can stick to these skills, and things will probably be okay.
So you can go either this menu or
or you can expand and see. So then we can see like the whole list, you know, with many things. But also for support gems, which maybe since you played PoE 1, you know a little bit about it.
Gem is the star, isn't it?
But in PoE 2, we've simplified this a lot. So here is the screen where you can put your skills and socket them. And it's not part of items anymore, which means that it's a lot easier to use. And then we also have this thing called a support gem, which lets you modify your skills further. So unlike in PoE 2, you know, we recommend for each skill which supports we would like to use.
Oh, that's nice.
For example, for this one, if I pick multiple projectiles, then now when I
when I got the new gems in Path of Exile, I didn't really know which one is better than.
So this helps a lot more. So yeah, with this one, for example, if I fire it without multiple projectiles, I just get a grenade. If I put multiple projectiles in here, then when I fire it, I get 3 grenades. But you know, it works. It's still an item, and it works with any skill. So if I move, for example, to where's my sniper rifle gone? Here. Then now, when I use my sniper rifle, I get 3 shots every time.
Wow, nice.
So you have to be careful to choose what skill you want to have these on, and that is, you know, where a lot of the depth comes from, is you know, choosing these things. So you know, that's how supports work in PoE 2. But once again, if you're a existing player, maybe you just turn off this recommended button, and now you see all of the all the things that you know, you want to do. But for new players, it's a lot simplified. You know. So yeah, I think that helps a lot.
The other thing, when I was playing Path of Exile, I wasn't sure if I should keep selling the things or should I be keeping some of them, you know, for the future.
In PoE 2, it's actually a lot easier because we have gold, like a more traditional game does. So using the vendors is you know, a lot easier. we did a lot of testing for new users to see, what they were having trouble with, and we changed a lot of things based on that. So that's a very unusual class, but now maybe I can show you a more traditional, warrior.
So
class.
you have added new classes.
Yeah, so we actually have 12 classes in the game,
Yeah.
all of them. We try to make every one feel quite different, but we have many things going on with that. So I guess if I show you some of the combat right away, you can just see the quality of everything is just so much better than what we did in PoE 1. You can redirect your skills after you've already done them. We also have dodge cancel, so you can cancel out and dodge roll at any time. But we still like to do a lot of skill combinations. So here, for example, is a skill that creates a magma on the ground. But if you slam that, then it re-triggers the magma, so you can use this to do more damage to monsters.
Oh, nice.
And we try to just build things like this into every skill that we can. If I use this, you might think, okay, well, what other slams does it work with?
Right.
So we try to make it so it will work with anything. So for example, here I've got a skill called Stampede, which you can use to run, and it does more damage behind. And then if I attack the ground with this and then stampede that, then it triggers a very large number of times. So that can be a very effective way. Now this area, you have monsters worshipping this artificial sun. And as I get closer, I start to take more and more damage.
Right.
So you want to hide in the shade to prevent yourself from dying.
That's interesting.
It's nice to have these little area mechanics. I should probably take a different path to avoid that. We actually have random levels as well. So every time I play this, it will be different. There'll always be a sun in the center, but the walls will be different, the monsters will be different, everything, where the entrances are. So it's familiar but different every time.
So keeping in shadow is very important.
Yeah. I'll show you some other skill combinations we have. So if I use armor break on a monster here, so I break their armor, and then I do a slam on top of them. It does extra stun damage. This actually I can use with another skill here called Seismic Cry. So here I have these things called exerted attacks. So any attack I do now will be doubled. Oh, careful of the laser. So here, if I do this run, it triggers once, and then it triggers a second time.
Oh, nice.
So that allows you to, as I said, to double any skill. And that means you probably want to use it with whatever your most powerful skill is. So a pretty good one is the Rampage, but I'll show you some other skills that might be good to use it with as well. One second.
I'm admiring the use of keyboard, different keys for different skills. I'm a controller player. I really like the changing tabs to be able to.
After this, we can play some couch co-op together if you like. So we can play on controller, and you can see what that experience is like. I'm going to use a skill called Hammer of the Gods. So I'll put it on my skill screen, and this is a cooldown skill. And it drops a large hammer on monsters. So there we go. So it's very powerful. And if I use that with my skill that duplicates things, it means I can drop, it will explode a second time. So first I'll stun some monsters here. Where are we? There we go. Let me just get, I killed, whoops.
There's so many ways to customize your character.
And then we do a big hammer with 2. And then explode again. But with support gems, you can still make it more powerful again. So, that's a rare monster. 1 second.
And I really like the gem to always give you the health back, right?
Right. I think that's mana leech. So I'll put those ones on, and then if I can stun a monster again, running out of mana. And then use this, and then now if I drop this one, I get an empowered double hammer. So it's a red one.
Nice.
So maybe what I'll do now is just show you a boss. So PoE 2 actually has 100 bosses.
Oh wow!
And 100 areas.
Wow!
So it's a very big game.
Amazing.
So here's one in the middle of Act 3.
So how much bigger it is than the prequel?
I think that well, PoE 1 has grown very large in a long time. So PoE 2 will probably be, it's the start be a bit smaller, but still I think will be around 50 hours to get through the campaign, and still with many features in endgame. And the reason it has to be so big is because with PoE 1 being so large, we have to make sure we can still appeal to all the players who are used to having such a large game.
And I'm sure so many different classes, people want to create different characters.
Oh yes. Yeah, I think one of the reasons why our game has lasted so long is because of the fact that there are so many different things to do with character builds. So people have a lot of stuff to do.
Oh, this is much more engaging, proper action game boss battle.
Yeah. Okay, so if I can stun him, in a second we'll be able to use the double hammer. There we go. And then, oh no, out of mana. Okay, there we go. There we go. We do a lot of damage. Now he starts creating these wormholes, which slow you down. So you have to be very careful when they're by them. Nope.
Is this like in the middle of the game? Or yeah, because this boss seems pretty challenging.
Well, even at the start of the game, we like to have pretty challenging bosses as well.
Okay, that's nice. Well, actually, Path of Exile 1 has been very accommodating for in terms of difficulty level. But Path of Exile 2 seems to be a bit more challenging, which is great for players like me.
In PoE 2, we have a checkpoint system now.
Okay.
So if you die, it doesn't hurt nearly as much.
Okay.
So that means that for a boss fight, we can be a bit more challenging, but you can start again right away and go right where you left off.
Oh, okay. So checkpoint right before the boss.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's nice. That's like, from software games.
Yeah.
Like.
I'd say we definitely took some inspiration from Elden Ring for sure.
Awesome.
Okay. I'm running out of mana. Oh! Okay, there we go. I'm out of mana. I used it too much at the start of the fight. Hopefully I can get it soon.